Trav, what do you do for a living, my man?
Demolition.
Oh, wow.
I taking over family business. My dad's pretty much retired. We do asbestos abatement stuff too. That's where my dad met Jim's dad.
Okay.
We're actually cross environmental services.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because they used to be Big Jim and Dwight Eisenhower and all them. They all used to work together. My dad used to work for him when he was younger, but then he branched off, started his own company. Well, we've been slow lately, so I've been playing lots of golf.
Well, that's good, man. That's good.
So I played 18 Monday, I played 27 yesterday. I gotta do a little bit of work today, but I'm planning on playing 18 somewhere tomorrow. My wife leaves Friday to go out of town for a week with the kids, so I'm gonna try to play 54 on Saturday and play 54 on Sunday.
God bless you, that must be nice, man.
Yeah, I try to play as much. I'm addicted, man. That's why I want to get better. But I still have fun. That's what me and Jim are talking about. I mean, I do a bunch of 7s and 8s yesterday, but still, I enjoy the hell out of it. And you can't expect too much. You know I've only been playing for 3 months. A lot of it's muscle memory, and so
Correct.
just practice, practice, practice.
Correct.
I try to spend a lot of time in the range too. I go to Rogers Park and use their top tracer.
Okay.
I don't know if you've been there or not.
No, I have not. I didn't know they had top tracer over there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's covered too. They got like a little bar and it's got fans and stuff, so it don't get too hot. It's pretty
I wish
nice.
they would bring something like that to Zephyr Hills, man.
I tried to get my dad to let me open one, but he wouldn't let me do it.
Really?
Yeah. I might talk to him again.
Let me know, man.
What I should have done, which is what I told him I would do, I should have did it first, was put together a business plan and showed him. He's like, ain't nobody gonna come to that. I said, I bet they fucking would. So I see people at this 24-hour range all the time.
Yep. My buddy Kyle, he owns that one up there, and he makes good money at it.
Yeah, just selling buckets of balls.
Correct. Yeah, they got one over in Southern Dunes, I think it is. They've got like this little covered thing, and people come on up there, and it's only open at nighttime, like from 7 to 10 or 7 to 11, and they've got like the lights and music up there. They say it's packed every night.
Huh.
They got young people, old people, they've got all kinds of people there.
It's always pretty busy at Rogers Park. It's the closest top. The other one's over in Dunedin or somewhere over there, but it's on a private course. You have to be a member to get to. The only other one I know is over in Plant City. But I like it because you can, you run through your whole set of clubs, and then like I'll do 10 shots each one to kind of just know my averages on my distances, but they're usually all the same. So
Gotcha.
But it's just good to know. Every now and then I'll break 200 yards on my driver. It's one of my goals, but I think right now I'm averaging like 165, 170 yards.
Got some nice sticks there. Did you pick those up new or used?
No, I just bought them brand new. I had a set of blades. They were Titleist. They were like 98s. I bought from this old man for 40 bucks.
Yeah.
But everybody told me that the blades, they weren't forgiving for beginners, so I got these cavity backs. They're supposed to be more forgiving. So.
Yeah, those are nice looking clubs. You got really nice shafts in them too, I can tell.
Yeah, I got the Japan Nippon shafts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I bought the AI Smoke driver brand new, but then the 3-wood and the 7-wood, I bought them used from the Callaway used.
Nice.
And then I had a King blade putter, but I went with the mallet. I like the weight, so I've been doing a little bit better with that instead.
Especially on these greens out here, if you're playing on U.S. Open greens, I'd probably have a blade or something like that. But out here,
well, when I was beginning, I figured, I'm gonna have to learn with anything. So I should have waited. But Avery told me, he said, don't buy anything yet until you play for a while, then you figure it out. But I went ahead and bought one. So now I got a $250 putter that I keep in my office for my putting green.
There you go. Absolutely. Very good. All right, my man. Give me about 2 more swings. Are you feeling kind of warmed up and loosening up a little bit? Okay. Why don't you give me 2 more swings on the last one? We'll take a look at it on camera, and we'll kind of go over what we want to kind of work on. Okay.
All right.
Did we play any other sports? Baseball?
I used to play football.
Okay.
Before that, I just did soccer and stuff. I was the goalie mainly, but
Okay.
I played football in high school. No baseball or anything.
Now I'm going to ask you a crazier question. Do you bowl?
I do bowl just for fun.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that golf has in common with bowling that people wouldn't realize. So.
Well, I do bowl, but what I do, I use the lightest ball there is, and I throw it straight. I don't try to curve it or hook it or any of that stuff. I just knock the hell out of it, and I just knock them all down.
Okay. Hey, that works.
But I usually
too.
average like 20, 22 mile an hour speed for like a 12 ounce or a 12 ounce ball, I think, or whatever, 12-pound ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't try to use like a 14 or 16 or I use like a lighter
Is that pretty
ball.
good? I mean, 22. Is that? I don't know what.
Oh, it's pretty fast.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I don't.
Like
I
most
do,
people
but I'm
they're like
terrible.
10 to 15 miles an hour, but like I'll just throw the hell out of it and just straight down. I don't try to curve it, and it just knocks them all down.
Holy cow, man!
But just for fun.
Give me one more swing here, and we'll take a look on video. All right, so we'll take a look at some of the numbers here, right? So club path is a little bit over the top from what we're seeing here on average. So that means that you're swinging from out to in.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to try to get that closer to zero. It doesn't have to be inside to out per se, but we'd like to get that closer to zero so we get rid of some of that fade that you have.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is the face angle's open. So I'd like to see these numbers transversed. I'd like to see this more of a positive and this more of a negative.
Okay.
Okay.
So that means I'm holding it open right when I hit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what it tells me is our path is over the top in this direction, okay, and the face is open. So those are two things that are very characteristic with a slice or a fade.
Mm-hmm.
And once we try to get these things a little bit closer to zero, the smash factor will start going up, and that's really centerness of contact right there. That's giving it a good punch. Carry not bad. Club head speed, we can get that a little bit quicker. Very good. All right, so let's take a look here. So we're going to look at face on here. So the first thing I want to kind of address here is your grip. Okay, you've got a very weak grip.
Okay.
So it probably, and I'm going to give you a different feel with a different grip, obviously. But what you're going to find out is that your club probably feels like it's kind of flopping around a little bit on you. You don't have as much control.
Yeah, every now and then I feel it spin.
Yeah.
Especially on my driver.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what that's characteristic of is that you're holding it in the palm of your hand.
I feel you, yeah.
Okay, so we want to get that in the fingers. Okay, and we're going to work on that quite a bit. And it's not very exciting, not very sexy, but it really is a very huge fundamental
Yeah.
for the game of golf.
I'm not worried about it. I like fundamentals, so I'm not. That's what even like when Avery was teaching my swing, he's like, don't try to put power into it yet.
Yeah.
So just work on your form and stuff. So
Correct.
I'm not trying to go out there and smash it. I don't have a big ego or anything. Whatever you tell me is what I'm gonna do. So don't worry about it. So.
Great, great. Because really, if we do a few of these things, we correct a few of these things, we're not going to need as much power as we think just to get the ball
Yeah.
off to where we need to go.
Yeah, I just want to go straight, and I'll be happy.
All right, so as we kind of move through this. So one thing, we're really getting that left shoulder really far down.
Okay.
As you can see, we're not really getting much of a shoulder turn or a arm lift here or anything like that. You're getting your shoulders to 90 degrees, but it's just so far down, your hands go really inside.
Right.
Okay. I kind of showed a little bit down the line view of Justin here. You can see that he's able to get his arms up a little bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try to get to that a little bit as well. Try to get you a little bit more on plane.
Okay.
Is what we call that. Okay. And then the other big thing I see here a little bit is that we don't have our right foot moving through impact.
Okay.
Okay, as we see here with Justin. Okay, and the other thing is that we want to start, you see those arms retracting back towards your body. We want to try to keep those arms extended as we come through.
Okay.
Okay, so those are really the key elements that we want to try to focus on as much as we can today. First thing being really the grip. The other one trying to be a little bit more of the takeaway, trying to get you more on plane and not so more inside.
Okay.
The other one getting your right foot to move through, and then trying to get your arms and hands to feel like they're out and extended.
Staying out.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like a lot, but we're going to kind of break it down in segments a little bit here.
Okay.
we'll get as far as we can where you feel comfortable. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is too much. Let's kind of stop there, and we'll kind of go there. But the first thing is, let's start with our grip.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions on the video or anything like that?
I'm just wondering, I know I'm a big guy, is that gonna affect like me being able to like keep my arm straight like when I'm spinning? Cause like just coming into my chest and stuff?
Well, what we really want to kind of do is we can get you on plane, but what we'd like to kind of see, and it doesn't, if I kind of go here to like John Rahm, he's a big chested guy too, has a shorter backswing. Really what it is it's getting your wrist angle and your shoulders to match up. No matter how far that is, that's where your power is going to come from, right? A lot of people think that they just got to keep turning to get power. It's really getting this unit and this unit working together. Even if it's right here, you're still going to create lag and power.
Okay.
And that's the big thing for us, right? And as we kind of move on, we'll start to figure out, where we might need to stretch from, kind of what kind of workouts we can kind of do to get that mobility a little bit more better for us. But, I don't see any reason why you couldn't make a decent turn and hit the ball.
Yeah.
Right? So, first things first, let's work on the grip.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions though?
No, sir.
Okay.
We're good.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of do this to you. So just let's go ahead and take your regular grip that you normally do, okay? Good. Now I'm gonna have you just take your right hand off, okay? And put the club down with just your left hand, and I want you to lift up for me, okay? Do you feel that in your palm as you lift it up?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little bit different grip here, okay? So I'm gonna take this from you. Right here. Okay, so I'm going to take the left hand to start off with. Okay. And then we're going to get to it. Alright, so you should start feeling it right here in the fingers. And then we want to get that pad over top. Okay, so there we go, good. And then we'll bring in this guy.
Do I need to loop my thumb or pinky?
Yeah, I would interlock it or overlap it, whatever feels best for you. Right? How does that feel as far as a grip now?
A little weird, but just have to get used to it, probably.
Yeah, right? If it's not strange, we're not making that change.
This thing's heavy.
Yeah, it's a weighted club. Yep. So it's a training club for sure.
Yeah, because I've seen where that's supposed to be right there, basically, right? Instead of running across my palm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you kind of take a look here, I'll kind of go over what the left hand looks like here. And we'll kind of go over grip stance and posture just a little bit. But you can see from the base of this knuckle to the beginning of this knuckle is where that club lies.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to take this pad right here and I'm going to put it over top.
Okay.
And what you'll notice is that my thumb, you see how this angle's right here? My thumb's off to the right hand side of that.
Yeah, I was lining it up straight up with it. That's probably the other problem.
Yeah, the thing is I'll have people say, well, they've got this arrow right here. Why shouldn't my hand go there? Well, this is for the club fitter or the club guy to put the grip on straight.
Okay. Well, I thought that's what you're supposed to be doing, is lining up that arrow.
Right. So this is for the guy who puts it in the vise and gets it straight on over here. So
that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
It knows you're off.
Yes. But that's really where we want to have that left hand grip.
Okay.
Okay. Now what we want to kind of do is, if I could get this thing just as so, right? That's kind of the feeling that I have, where I have the pad over top and I can hook it with one finger. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you feel that pad? Okay, that's important right there. Okay, and then having the thumb on the side right there is also going to be important. So when we get up to the top, we've got something to brace that club instead of, Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, very good. Now let's bring in the right hand again. Okay, good. Interlock. Very good. Yeah. So that's a really good grip right there. Okay. Now, what we should be able to do is hinge up very easily, right? And hinge over. Okay? So now we should have a little bit more mobility in our wrist, and we should have a little bit more control of the club. Okay? That's the first part right there. Okay? So kind of going over that. Let's see how our posture is. Right? And I'd like to kind of go over our posture just a little bit. I think you're kind of a little bit hunched over a little bit. Okay. So I want to kind of go
Keep
over.
your back straighter and maybe bend a little bit.
Yeah. So I think what we need to kind of do is we just need to kind of feel like we're standing, our chest is up a little bit, and we're bending more from the waist. So I'm going to kind of go through a little drill here with you. Okay. So come on over here, stand right next to me, if you would please. Okay. So we'll start with our grip. Okay. We're going to take our left hand, put it right on in there. Very good. Hold the club out in front of us. Okay? We're going to put our feet together for me, please. Okay? We'll take our right hand, put it right there on your belt buckle, push your hips back till you feel just a little tension in your hamstrings. Okay? Good. Now we're going to crack our knees just a bit. Equal steps. Okay? Bring in that right hand for me. Good. And now let's let the club just lay down on the ground. Okay? Good. So I'm going to kind of do a few things here too. Here, I'm going to get your chest up. Just there you go. Just a little bit. There you go. Okay? You feel that? Okay. So when we talk about setup and everything like that, it would be like this. If I said, I'll take this from you real quick. Okay? If you got into like your regular posture, right? Go ahead and kind of get crouched down a little bit. All right? If I was playing basketball against you, would you guard me like that?
No, I don't play basketball, so I wouldn't think so. Though.
But if you were, right, you'd probably
be.
Yeah. So that's more the feeling that we want to have.
You don't want to be toppled over, just be more bracing on your feet.
Correct, okay. Correct. Because now we're a little bit more mobile, right, and we can kind of turn a lot easier. When I get down here, then I get kind of.
Right.
Does that make sense a little bit? So we want to have that feeling, right, is that I'm going to guard somebody or I'm going to make a free throw. One of those two mindsets. Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Here we go. Let's kind of go with this now. All right, let's kind of go through that setup again with that explanation. All right, so left hand. We're going to take our right hand, put our feet together for me. Thank you. All right, take our right hand, put it right there on our belt buckle. We're going to push our hips back just a little bit till we feel a little tension. Crack our knees. Equal steps. Bring that right hand in and let the club just hang down naturally, just off our arms. Good. Good. There you go.
It's kind of weird, but
yeah, it's going to take a little time. So you might be able to crouch over just a little bit. There you go. There you go. Okay? Okay. But the big thing is getting our chest to feel like it's a little bit more exposed and up.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
which is
down like that.
Yeah. So it's it's not a very natural feeling for humans, right? Because we want to, we always try to guard that area, but we want to feel like our chest is up and exposed a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? Good. Good. All right. So with that being said, grab this for me. And what I want you to do is I want you to re-grip that club about 5 or 6 times for me. Get used to that feel. And then I want you to grab this and we'll try to transfer that feel into this. So I really wouldn't worry about getting into posture. This club's a little small, I think. But just really kind of focus on that grip. Now what I would suggest, Travis, is that you can go on like Amazon or eBay or something like that, get one of these like grip minders or something like that.
I have one in my bag.
Do you? Perfect. We need to work on it.
It felt funny, but it's probably because I was doing it.
Yes. So this is the feeling that we want to have right here. That's the correct feel that we want to have.
Okay.
And this is something that I would like for you to do probably 10, maybe 15 minutes a night, as we're watching our favorite TV program or just kind of hanging out on the couch or something like that. And that way by the end of the week, or end of 2 weeks, whatever's comfortable for you, when you grab a club, you're going to know where that needs to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's muscle memory.
Correct. Just doing it, redoing it, doing it.
Yeah. I quit doing it. I was trying to do that every time I grip, but then I just got to where I stopped doing it. Just
remember, this is the only thing that connects us through the club to the ball. Right? So having this correct is important. Okay? Good. Any questions right now? Anything I can answer for you?
No, do you want to see that clip-on one I got?
Yeah,
I think it's similar. It's not like exactly like this one, but it's like a clip-on one.
That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see that.
Here somewhere. Bunch of other shit. Cigars, gotta have cigars.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll find it next time I come.
That's fine, no problem.
I have one, but it's like the same thing, but it's a snap-on one.
Like black and yellow?
Yeah,
I've seen those on eBay too.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you've got the thing square to the face.
Yeah, because it's got an arrow too. I think you line up with that, and then it's got a place for your thumb and this thumb. So.
Absolutely. So, give me a couple more turns on that for me, please.
I got some dollar store clubs I bought. Probably cut one off and just have the grip on it and just sit there and just play with the grip.
That's what I do. I've got like a little junior club that I've cut down and I put a grip on, and I just kind of wander around the house with it. My wife still thinks I'm weird about it, but that's okay. There you go. You feel it in the fingers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then what you said you can hold it in one hand.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Feel that pad. That's important. A lot of people miss that. Okay. So I'm going to do this.
See if we can do it with this.
Right. Give me a couple turns on that. Tell me what it feels like if you have any concerns. Right. Right. Feel it in the fingers.
Does it better?
So I'm going to kind of do this here. I'm just going to get on you just a little bit. Bring this guy out. So I'm going to get him just a little bit over. So here we go. There you go. Okay. Okay. That's going to give us a good strong grip. So you can see one knuckle now.
I want to see when I line up with the arrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So almost turning it towards like that.
Yeah. So thumb on the side. There you go. Okay.
Let's see if I can do it again.
Good. Thumb on the side. There you go. There you go. Feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel it right here in my fingers this time.
Perfect.
Instead
Perfect.
of like in,
In the palm,
yeah,
right?
in the palm.
Good. That's just going to take a lot of time, right? So
Yeah.
let's just kind of keep on that, right? So once again, good. Good. Feel that hand on top. Yeah, get that left hand on top. Just a little bit. There you go. Okay. There you go. Good. Feel it in the fingers now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. All right, so when you look down at your grip, okay, per se, right, when I look down at my grip, I should see at least the first knuckle of my left hand,
Okay.
okay? If I don't see that knuckle in this V going up to my right shoulder, okay,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm probably getting in the palm a little bit too much, and then that thumb's gonna start getting in my way a little bit.
I got you.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, because there's a little joint right here. If I get that in my palm, then it gets a little cumbersome to hinge up. Good. Right, and that's going to help, strengthening up the grip is going to be one of the bigger parts for us to get that ball straighter or squaring up the club face. Because now we're getting more control of the club face.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, as far as grip pressure goes, right, go ahead and grip that club for me. Go ahead and grip it properly. Good. Good. Feel that left hand on top. That's good. All right. Now the big thing is, what's your grip pressure? What's in your mind as grip pressure? From 1 to 10, what would you say that it is?
7 or an 8.
Good. Good. That's a good place to be.
Mhm.
A lot of people will be like, well, I want to hold like a live bird in my hands. Well, if I see Bryson DeChambeau's grip, ain't no live bird living in that, right?
No.
So we want to try to keep that club, in our hands as much as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's been spinning on me probably too, because of the bad grip and hadn't been gripping it properly.
Yeah, so hopefully with this, a good grip and having ourselves good tension in our hands,
Mhm.
we should be able to control the face a lot more easily.
Okay.
Not completely, but easily. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right. So I'm going to let you kind of do that a couple more times, and then we're just going to hit a few balls to get used to this grip.
Okay.
Okay?
Now,
Mhm.
you said don't worry about the arrow, but like if I'm gripping it like that, I mean obviously my club face is
Yeah.
in too much, right? So try to come over it, maybe like that.
So what I would do, here's a little something I would do here. If I see your club somewhere. All right, I would get like a little straight edge,
Mm-hmm.
just like that, and then take my grip.
Okay.
Right, and that way I'm not letting the face get all wonky on me to work on my grip a little
Right.
bit, but if I got it just right here or on the side of a, wall or something like that, corner of a wall, and just kind of get your left hand on top and then go. And then what I kind of do to check, right, is I get on up here and I put it straight up so I can see the face up and down. I
Right.
see it like this or like that, then you know it's open or closed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I would just kind of get like this, get my hand in there, and then get a feel for where that face and head need to be.
Yeah, I just wanted to be able to
Yeah.
see where to put the arrow at when I start the grip,
Yeah. So there you go, right? Got it squared to our little board. All right, so I get right there. Now just put your left hand on top. Perfect. There you go, good. right? Feel it in the fingers, got that pad over top?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay? That's a big part for us right there. Okay? So that's probably how I'd kind of practice for a couple days.
Okay.
Right? Just find a straight edge, old piece of wood. I'm sure you can find one.
Yep.
Right? And then just kind of work on that, making sure that we've got that. And then what you can kind of do to check, go ahead and do it again for me, please.
Let's see, start over.
Yeah. Good. Now, if you take the club and you raise it up here in front of you, you can see that now you have a square club face,
Mm-hmm.
or square.
I mean, it should be like that, right?
Yeah, we want to get this leading edge as straight as possible,
Okay.
right? A lot of people get lost on this leading edge right there,
Gotcha.
especially when they're looking down. So you'll see like this,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then that ball's going left or off to the right, or just not really good contact.
Right.
All right, we're just not using that tool the way it's meant to be.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Any questions from there, Travis?
No, man.
All right.
Just need some practice.
So let's do this. Let's hit 6 balls here, okay? And what I want you to do is just kind of focus on the grip a little bit, okay? Good.
Let me try this.
Yeah, there you go. Good. Give yourself a little time with it. So hold on one sec for me, if you would, please. So we talked about club path, right?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really gotten into it, but just with the grip change alone right now, I can see that our path has gotten a lot closer to 0, right? Which is really good. And look at our face, getting a lot closer to 0, which tells me that you're getting more control of the club face.
Good.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, my friend.
Oh, I know.
Takes time. Yeah. Getting better, closer to 0, which is good. Now, give me an honest assessment of what the club's feeling like now.
It feels better, actually.
That's great.
Even when I swing, like with my shoulders, like my back doesn't hurt. It feels like it's more natural, honestly.
Great.
It really does.
Great.
It's weird.
Yes, yes.
So, and it's going straight as hell.
Yes, yes. So, the big thing is now you're controlling the club. This is the big thing I'm seeing right
Well,
here.
the club path negative, it went up again. Is that?
It's better than -6 that
Okay.
we're kind of hanging at,
It's
right?
okay.
So,
But yeah, it does. It feels way better.
good, good. That's great to hear. So we want to keep working on that grip, right?
Yeah, I feel more stable like by staying up like that and being like this.
Good.
'Cause I feel like my whole body was like twisting, but now like I'm using. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. So now the big thing is that if I were to get like this, I can only move like this,
Uh-huh.
right? If I get up here, I get this extra range of
Yeah.
motion, right? And what we saw in the video is that you're so hunched over, you're not really getting a turn. You're cheating yourself, right?
Right.
But now that I get you up, now you can kind of turn.
That's what it is. Like I'm not fighting myself. Like you got the mobility.
Yes, yes. So that's the big thing right there. Okay. Now, let's take a look here. Good. So I'm starting to see more of a wrist hinge here a little bit. Okay. The left shoulder is not nearly as far down as what we saw in the beginning of our video. Okay. We still need to kind of work on
Keep my arm straight when you go through.
Correct. We're going to give you a little bit of a feel for that. The big thing is that we want to get this right foot kind of engaged as we come through. and that will help with your lower back a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? So that's something that we want to kind of focus on there. Okay? But what I want to kind of do now that we've got the grip kind of going a little bit, oh, I've got a stool right over there. I'm going to take a video down the line, and we're going to take a look at your swing plane.
Okay.
Okay, and hand path. Any questions, Travis?
Nope.
All right, big guy.
Doing good.
All right, give me a swing whenever you're ready, okay?
Just wondering if we keep swinging.
Give me one more here. How'd that feel for you, though?
Good.
Good. That's what I like to hear. It sounded good. You got a little bit of a draw there, it looks like. Nice. Pretty good hand pat, pal. I fight with a lot of students with that. Really good work there. I mean, it's not a very long swing, but if I kind of go here, right, and we take a look at JT's hands, watch his hands. Yours do pretty much the same. Good. And watch where they return. Just a little bit over, but he's a little long, he's a little over the top, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing about your swing right now is that you're taking it on a good hand path and you're returning it on a good hand path, okay? Now I'd like to get a little bit more length of swing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to, you know. Man, that's what Avery taught me so far is don't worry about any of that, just doing this, but like I want to add that extra.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't say we're gonna add a lot more, but I'd like to get the left arm just a little bit more parallel to the ground a little bit, not so far behind us, okay? And then probably get just a little bit more wrist hinge, okay? So as far as like where we're gonna kind of go with the backswing today a little bit to get a feel for it, right? Is gonna be what I call more of the L to L, so getting more here, where the left arm's parallel to the ground, getting the shaft a little bit more elevated here, right? Swinging to there, and then as I kind of come through here, swinging and bringing in another L. So you can see my right arm is parallel with the shaft up. Okay, so that's going to kind of be more the feeling. Okay. All right, so go ahead and set up. So here we go.
Kind of like that.
So here we go. I'll give you kind of a feel. So here. There you
So
go.
just about right there?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so don't worry about trying to come way up here.
Correct.
Just keep it parallel.
Yeah.
Keep this parallel.
Correct. We can have, it doesn't have to be deadlocked.
Okay.
Okay. But what we're going to start to see, so here we go. Let me do it one more time for you. So if we get here, so now, okay, your hands are in front of your chest instead of getting back behind you.
I got you.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So now we can kind of keep that more on a circular plane.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But if I get back over here a little bit, then I can kind of
You
get
can feel it
stuck.
in my back too, yeah.
Correct.
So,
Yep. Here we go. Once again for me. Push hands.
oh, which one?
This one, push. Yeah, there you go. Push out. There you go. You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's about where we want to kind of be right there.
Okay.
Okay.
So keep this arm kind of stretched out but not locked in.
Yeah. So if I said, hey, I want you to go chop wood, right? You wouldn't take that axe and bring it behind you, would you?
Well,
It'd kind of be like this. You still have it on a circular plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd definitely be using your hands and arms together. Yeah. There you go. Good. That's good. Mm-hmm. Down and through. Okay.
so does this one need to be straight too, I guess, right?
Yeah. So we want to get our right arm straight.
So don't bend it or anything.
Yeah. And then what I'm going to have you do is we're going to take this foot and turn it. That makes that move a lot easier for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so he's coming up like that.
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
Can we try it?
Yeah, absolutely. Huh? All right, so just focus on L to L. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not spinning my foot. Trying to think of everything. at
It's
once.
okay. I know there's a lot going on here, right? Just try to focus on that form with the L to L.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to work on that foot part here in just a bit.
Yeah, because I can feel it in my knees if I didn't do it. And I need to be doing it, so I just got to get used to it.
Right, and I think that's a product of we're not taking the club back very far, so we can get away with not moving that lower body.
Yeah.
Okay, so those things kind of go hand in hand. Now that we're making a little bit more of a bigger move,
Mhm.
right? We need to have something to kind of accommodate that, right?
Yeah,
Does that make
from
sense?
before, yeah, because before it was because I was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we're up and getting the motion,
Yeah, so it's just up just a little bit. Okay.
let's see.
All right, so just L to L for me, okay? Very good. Starting to get a little bit more used to it a little bit now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Focus on that L to L. Okay. Give me about 3 more. Get a feel for that. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of have a little talk about how we're going to get that lower body to move a little bit better for us, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Feel my fingers, good. All right, stand tall. Good. Okay. For me, my man.
You don't have gloves, do you?
What's that?
You sell gloves?
Mm-mm. No, sir.
So this one's a little loose, but it'll be all right. So keep bending this when I bring it around.
Let's take a look at it real quick and see how we're doing here, okay? All right, so
Bring
get-
my arm up too high.
yeah, so we want to just kind of stop right about here, okay? So what you're kind of doing is you're introducing a little bit of a lift. You see how the spine's coming up a little bit? Yeah. So here we go. Let me kind of give you a feel here. So set up, yeah. There you go. Okay, that's all we need right there.
Okay.
All right, do that again. Yep, and then bring it down and through. There you go. Good, good. Okay, once again. Mm-hmm. Good. All right, so let's talk about this, right? So you bowl, right?
Mhm.
Okay. When you bowl, do you allow your right side to come through?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so you see how you're getting that flex in that right knee?
Mhm.
That's what we need to kind of introduce into the swing a little bit. Okay, so if I kind of did this, I'm gonna hand you 3 balls. Okay, right there. Okay, now I want you to just wind up and throw those into the thing.
All right, so because I'm big on my back foot like that.
Yeah. You feel what your right leg's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the same motion that we need to kind of bring into the golf swing. So kind of, let me jump on in there real quick on you. Okay, right? And if you watch me, right, if I kind of go like this here, right, moving into it laterally, right, allowing that right knee to go down my target line and through. I want to finish with all my weight firmly on my left side, like I'm posted up on the left side here a little bit. I probably have maybe 3 to 4% of my weight on my right toe, okay, and it's just for balance purposes at that point, right? But if I get like this right here and I kind of leave this guy behind, right, I'm not really going to get fully extended. It's going to be really tough for my arms to want to stay out away from me as I kind of do this, right? And that's why we kind of see the arms kind of retract, because the lower body's kind of froze up on us a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to just kind of do this for me. Just kind of, let's do this. We'll kind of go with a one club here, and let me jump back on in there real quick on you. Sorry. So I'm just going to get you to take it in the right hand here, okay? And I just want you to swing, and then let that right knee kind of come up a little bit. I'm not worried about form per se, okay, or grip or anything. I just want us to kind of swing this up to about here or so, shoulder high or so, swing through. Okay, we're not trying to kill it, we're just trying to get a feel for what that right knee needs to do. I think you'll find that you kind of do this hopefully naturally, right? Like you're kind of throwing the club down the target line, but we're not. Yeah, there you go.
It feels weird, I don't know.
Yeah, like the grip, right?
Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to, but I just feel like I could do it without moving. I don't know.
There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. All right. And I'd be happy with just that right now, with just you getting that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
because I know what you want. It's just trying to get used to it.
Mm-hmm. So do me a little bit of a favor. Narrow up your stance just a little bit for me. There you go. Now give me a swing. All right. So you kind of more naturally do it once we kind of narrow up that stance a little bit.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. There you go. Good.
These two is because my knees bow in. Probably because I need to stretch too.
It's a different feeling for us, right? Right, but if I said, hey, I want you to throw a ball or, anything activity, right, you're going to get your right side moving across, right? Throwing a baseball, throwing a football, it's that same concept, right? It's allowing that right side to come through.
Does it matter if my foot's in or if my foot's like that or how it is?
The left foot, so what we kind of have with our
parallel, right?
Yeah, the right foot will be parallel to perpendicular to my target. My left foot can be open about 11 o'clock or so.
About like that.
Yeah, so that'll help that left hip turn out of the way for you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's because naturally too, my feet are like out like that.
That's not the end of the world.
Yeah, because it feels weird for my feet to be like that.
That's fine. I definitely want the left foot out. Now, if the right foot's out a little bit or square, it's fine.
No.
Okay.
Like that. It could be.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, now you can really get that weight moving towards the target. There you go, good. You also notice how your right arm's staying straight as you come through, right? It's allowing that to do that. Okay.
Yeah, it's the...
That momentum, right? Okay, good, good. So, give me a couple shots here, okay? So remember, grip, right? Feeling like we're standing tall, right? We're just swinging that club to just about right here, okay? Left arm parallel, we're not trying to lift it a little bit, right? And then all we want to try to do is we want to try, as we're gaining momentum, trying to let that right side turn through for us a little bit. Okay, allow that right foot to kind of turn through. I think that's going to be something we'll have to quite work on just a little bit, okay, so you get comfortable with it, okay? All right, but you're going to give me a little bit narrower stance, and this way you can't kind of stay on that right side. Good. That's good right there. Okay? Very good, right? All right, so feel like the stance is a little bit more narrow than what you're used to. fine. This guy. Okay. Let's take a look at that guy. Okay. Club path was positive, which is good. Okay, that tells me that we're swinging out towards the second baseman, is what we want to kind of feel. Face was a little bit open. I'll give you like a little drill before we leave to kind of help you with that a little bit. Let's take a look at our overall motion from where we started to where we're at. Right, much bigger swing, right? Getting our arms up a little bit. Very good.
Keep it straight though.
Yeah, I mean a little bit straighter, but that's pretty well good. I wouldn't really worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Holy cow, who's that guy? Right? Look at that right foot moving through. Now you're going to be able to post on that left side a lot better. Okay.
Yeah, my whole body's facing forward.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's twisted.
Right. So if we see JT here, right? A lot of similarities, right? We're on our right toe right here. We've got our weight posted onto our left side here a little bit, and you can see that our arms, hopefully, are staying a little bit more out in front of us, just a little bit. But we're going to kind of give you a little drill for that, and I want to give you a little drill to help close the club face a little bit, or give you a feel for that.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions right now? I know there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Right? Yeah. So a lot going on right
Lots
there.
of practice.
Yes, yes. So what I want you to kind of do, I'm going to grab your club here real quick. Okay. And I'm going to jump on in here on that. And what I'm going to kind of do, right, is that if I wanted to feel what extension was through there, right, I'm going to have you get the club just like as so. Push that piece of wood. You see how my arms have to stay out in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
right? You'll also notice as you do this, your weight starts to push through on this side automatically. Just keep that thing going.
Yeah, just to push the board.
Correct. Correct. So it kind of works on two of the concepts that we're trying to talk about. The right leg coming through and the arms staying extended. So if you, any questions there?
No.
Okay. So go ahead and give yourself a good grip. And we're not trying to kill it, we're just trying to push it on through, okay? Yeah. Okay. Good. One more time for me. All right. You notice how your body's moving through right there? You notice how your arms are staying out and extended?
Yeah, you have to push the weight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now the other concept, do you kind of feel or understand that this would be a strike that would be down and through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what we want to feel with the irons a little bit. Down and through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it one more time for me, please, if you would, Travis. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you in an impact position. It's basically what we're doing there. Just going to do it in a different form here. Okay, so go ahead and set up for me. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to kind of move you around here a little bit, kind of give you a good feel.
Okay.
All right, so hands are going to be forward. There we go, good. All right, there we go. That's going to be what impact's going to feel like for you right there.
Okay.
Okay, so that just gives you,
Club face a little bit behind my hands.
well,
Or should I be straight up?
no, club, the hands are going to be ahead of the club.
Okay. All the way
Okay.
ahead of it.
Well, with the irons,
With the irons.
okay? With the driver, it's going to be different properties there,
Mhm.
okay? But with the irons, we want to have those hands forward, club moving down, okay? You feel how our weight's moving through there just a little bit,
Mhm.
okay? So if you haven't already, I would get like an impact bag or an old bag around the house,
Yeah.
right? Get some old jeans or towels or something like that, throw it in there, okay? Now what I'm going to have you do here, okay, go ahead and set on up for me, okay? I'm going to move this bag just on out here, okay? Now just kind of move that L to L and hit the bag. We're not trying to kill it. Yeah, you feel weight transfer, feel everything there?
Mhm.
Good, let's do it again for me, please. Good. Okay, one more time. Good. Yeah, you notice how your right side's coming through automatically. If I want to hit this bag, I've got to get that right side through.
Mhm.
Does that give you a good feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now what I'm going to have you kind of do here a little bit, so we get a little bit more of an understanding. I'm going to grab the club here. So we get a little bit more understanding about club face, right? You can see that the face is a little bit open sometimes for you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is a drill to kind of help you close the club face a little bit. Okay. So what we kind of do is we get right here and we take our swing up to about where it is, right? And then I want to get the toe of the club into the back.
Okay.
So it's an over rotation drill. So you start to get a feel. And what we should start noticing, the ball going far left, and then we start working it back a little bit. Okay, that's how we try to fix things.
Okay.
Okay, so I just get up on, over here, and then, right? You're going to really notice how much your right forearm's overtaking your left as you come through here, right? And that's going to get the club face to start closing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So just getting used to it,
Yeah.
and then we'll bring it back.
Correct. And then once you get kind of a feel for this, I want to jump back and review over everything we talked about, okay? Good. Once again. Good. One more time. Good. One more time. Out here a little bit. Go ahead. Swing out through. Good. Okay. So we did two things right there. One, we were getting your path a little bit more out to the right and getting you to close the club face. So this is where the idea of bowling kind of comes in, but it's a little bit different for you because you just throw it straight down,
Yeah.
right? But you know a lot of people, when they're out there, right, you have those little lines on the thing.
Yeah.
They go out towards the right side if they're a right-handed player. They go out to the right, and then they bring the ball to the left, right? So your arm...
Yeah, I know they're controlling it, yeah.
Correct. So it's the same thing with golf, right? I want to feel like I'm swinging out to the right, okay? But this would be my club face as it rotates and closes. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Mhm.
Right? And that puts that curvature on the ball that we're looking for. Does that make sense?
So when you're going,
Yeah. That's going to help square up that club face for us a little bit.
yeah. So we're, like when you come through, I mean, eventually it should be like that, right? But you just want to get used to spinning into it, just that way it's more natural.
Yeah, we want to feel like our forearms are rotating through impact.
Okay.
Okay? You'll see some people like just hold it off like this. That's just not going to work. If that makes sense, okay?
Mhm.
All right. So let's hit about 5 or 6 balls. I know there's a lot going on there. Okay. But I want to kind of review over everything for you with video.
You don't want me to come down and hit it like that, right? You just want me to try to.
I just want you to kind of feel like you're hitting in your mind. I want you to imagine that you're turning that toe into the back for me.
Okay.
Okay. And what we should see is hopefully we see it going left, and that's fine. And then we start to kind of dial it back a little bit. Okay. So here's the thing that we see here, right? Our club face was 10 degrees closed now, which it hasn't been at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little bit too much, right? But that's what we talked about, right?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Right? So feel like we're swinging out towards the second baseman and turning that toe into the back.
Ooh.
Good job. So let's kind of come over here and take a look at some of the numbers.
Face is open.
Slightly open, right? I'm expecting to kind of be open a little bit, okay? But it's getting closer to 0 like we talked about, right? Instead of it being 6 or 7 or something like that. So that's the big thing I'm seeing here now is the path is getting a little bit to the left, okay? So we'll have to work on that a little bit, okay? Tack angle's down, which is good, okay? But the big thing is that now we're starting to get a little bit better understanding of controlling the club face a little bit better, right? And that's through grip, right? That's through face rotation as well, right? To get an understanding. I know we're not hitting the ball exactly the way we want right now, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot going on right now. Okay. Take a look right here as we kind of go through. Okay. Maybe a little bit deep, okay, but we're starting to get those arms up a little bit. I'm seeing that left shoulder going more across instead of down, okay. Arms are staying out front of us a little bit better. That left arm's retracting just a little bit for us, but it's a lot better than where we were, okay. And the big thing is now I'm seeing this right foot move, which I know is a very uncomfortable move for us, but that's going to be something that we got to kind of
feeling more natural. Just
right.
More practice.
The more and more swings we get with it, the better it's going to feel, right? Okay. So let me kind of review over a few things here. Any questions about what we went over today? Anything I can kind of answer for you? Anything that's kind of like in the
only thing I had a question about is like Avery's telling me I don't know if it's a Jack Nicklaus thing or not, but what about ball position according to your feet?
Yep.
Like if you're using the irons, like you start with your driver, it's supposed to be on this side, right? And then you just move as you progress with your irons.
Yeah. So what I would do is something like this. Here we go. So if I kind of went like this for you, right? Okay. Because we just used a 9-iron here. So 9-iron's pretty much, or 8-iron or 9-iron, right?
Right.
It's pretty much going to be played more or less in the center of the stance, just forward of center, right? But if I have you jump on in here and put your left foot right here. Okay, and then what do you have there? A 9?
I think it's a 8.
Right. So let's put our right toe there. Okay. Right. So you see, probably for you, do you notice how much more that ball is up than what you're probably used to?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the big thing about ball position, right? Is that from pitching wedge, it's about maybe just slightly forward of center, never goes back behind center, okay? The only time it goes back behind center is when we're talking about chip shots or pitch shots or something kind of crazy, right? Yeah, right? But here's the big thing about ball placement. The more the ball is back, the more you have to go back to go get it.
Okay.
Right? The big thing is if I have the ball a little bit up of center, then it gives me a better opportunity to chase that ball down the fairway. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would definitely suggest maybe for ball position and stuff like this, we get something like this to visually see things to start off with. And then the other thing is that I would get some alignment rods if you don't have any.
I got some.
Okay. And then how we want to practice that. Okay. Great question too. Is I would get this right here, just as so. So you get an idea, a reference point of where it is. Okay, and then let me see if I got another alignment rod. Probably do, but I don't know where it's at. Right, and then I would get another one, just making a basic T-square. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of doing, but I just wanted to make sure I had it in the right spot.
Yeah.
I was mainly doing it for my driver to make sure I keep it on the inside of my heel.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, typically with about the 8-iron, it's going to be about a half ball to a ball.
I'll get one of those.
Yeah,
so
it's just a simple little thing. They've got plenty of those.
I just don't want to keep practicing this and then I'm not lining it up right either, so I know it all works together.
Correct. It's like shooting a gun, right? We want to make sure that we're sighted in correct with everything, but I want to make sure I'm aiming in the right direction too, right?
Now, the other question is, I don't want to keep practicing bad habits, but should I try to do all this on the course or should I just keep playing and then just practice this? Like, when should I incorporate it in playing, or should I stop playing for a while until we get this better?
No, keep playing, right? That the golf course is a great place to experiment,
okay.
Right? It's a great place to test.
Unless you got like a group of 4 people behind.
Yeah, we're out there in the evening time, 5 o'clock, and it's slow, and we've got a drink in our hands and a cigar in our hands. try some of these things, right? Grab a couple extra balls, you know, try these things. See how they do out there in the real world, right?
That's what I was doing yesterday in Scotland. Nobody was behind me, so I would hit like 5 or 6 balls and I'd play all 5 of them. And then I'd chip them all around the green, putting them all, driving them all.
Perfect. I mean, that's how we all learned as kids, right? We were out there with our dads or we're just out there.
This is the first time I've ever played. So.
But I mean, it's got to bring out the child in you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go out there and experiment with things, you know, try these different things, you know. And the other thing is, the more we kind of think about these and practice these things, the more they come available to us.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But we all, you know.
Like yesterday would have been a perfect time to practice this because I had plenty of time.
Yeah.
And I could be out there and just practice the different stuff.
Yeah. And I think you'll have plenty of time. It's summertime, you know, wintertime. If it was wintertime, I'd be like, no.
That's what everybody keeps saying. I didn't really. I mean, it seems busy to me because I don't like being around a bunch of people. But I hate it when I have someone behind me. But
yeah, it is.
Especially when you're hitting like 5, 6 times. So.
You know, but here's the thing: if you notice that, just pull off to the side, let them play through, because there's nothing worse than being anxious with people behind you and trying to perform.
Usually I do, but then it's like there's another group behind them and a group behind them, and I just try to pick up the pace a little bit. But.
I get you. But if you kind of go out there late in the evening or something like that, and there's nobody around, experiment with some of these things. Grab a different ball, you know, hit it, see what happens, you know. Tell me what's going on, what's happening. I'm really finding success with this. I'm not finding success with that. Where am I going? Where's the disconnect there, right?
Because I want to keep playing, but I have a Garmin R10 too that I set up in my front driveway with a net and a green, so I can do all this stuff at home too and practice a lot of it. So
perfect. You know, the big thing for you with that is that you get a lot of ball data, right? What I would kind of focus on, right, is making sure that your club path is.
I don't know if it tracks all that.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little device, I'll be honest with you. But you want to try to get this close to 0 or maybe negative, okay, to start off with. We want to get this to a positive, okay? So just kind of working on that, knowing those numbers will help us a little bit, right? Okay? So if I wanted to get this to a positive, I want to swing more out in this direction. This is always positive.
Okay.
This is always negative.
Yeah, stop breaking across.
Correct. So what you can kind of do is out in your driveway, just kind of get an alignment rod, stick it just like this.
Okay.
And feel like you're swinging from 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I before Avery told me I was doing them parallel, so I was like running them parallel. Mm-hmm. But you want them more at an angle? You think the angle is better?
I think
just for the coming down.
Yeah, just so we get rid of the over the top kind of negative path a little bit. And it just gives us a good visual, right? You know, and it's not like we want to be like this,
no,
right? But just, if this is parallel, just a couple degrees right there, and that gets us to the inside to outside for our swing. And it just visually helps us quite a bit. Okay. Very good question. Any other questions? Anything else I can kind of answer for you before we...
No, I don't want to take up too much more.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
The only other question is, how much should I practice before I come back again?
Yeah.
Hey.
8:30.
Okay, well, you can come on in if you like and sit down. We'll be done here in just a bit.
Okay.
I mean, like a week or 2 weeks or what? Before
what?
I come back.
I would probably give it about 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
Okay. Make sure you get, you know, because we want to work on the grip, stance and posture. Okay. And then we also want to kind of work on the impact back.
Okay.
A little bit. Okay. So let's kind of review over a few things here. Okay. So we're going to stand right here next to each other. Very good. All right, so we're going to take our left hand, feet together. All right, so big part of today is that grip, right? Working on that. Good. So we're going to take that. We're going to take our right hand now, put it right there on our belt buckle, push back, right? Once we feel a little tension in those hamstrings, crack our knees, separate our feet about shoulder length apart. Let's put that right hand back on, okay? And allow that club to drop down to the ground. Good, okay? The big thing is that we should feel like our chest is up and exposed a little bit, right? We should be able to turn very easily, okay, as we come through. The big thing for us, at least with the grip, is making sure that we feel like I've got that pad.
Like there, right?
Yep, in the fingers.
From there to there?
Yep, so you want to get, from that knuckle, and then make sure that pad's over top, and then put that thumb just on the side. Yeah, perfect.
Just got to line up a little better, but.
Yeah, so what we kind of did with that, right, is that we want to get that piece of wood, just like that, okay? And then just get that left hand on top. There you go, right? And then bring that right hand in. Okay, so then you start to get a feel for where the hands need to be with the weight that we're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the other thing that we kind of talked about quite a bit, right, was making sure that we feel when we swing the club, getting that left arm parallel to the ground and getting a little bit more shaft elevated. Okay. We don't want to be doing this anymore. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. That's all we need to be. Okay. Good. L to L is what we're looking for there. Okay. Now the other third part that we kind of worked on, getting
Transferring the weight.
correct, getting that weight to go through, right? And I think a really good drill for us is either the impact bag, one, because we really have to feel that momentum coming through, or if we put like a block right there, okay? I just take that and then I want to push it through.
Yeah, I think the impact back, because then I can practice curling in too at the same time.
Yep, yep. So that's the other thing that we did talk about quite a bit, right? Do you have an impact bag? Or
No, I'm
something?
gonna get one.
Yep. Get us an impact bag, and what we want to kind of feel for it is we want to get the toe into the bag. And what I kind of do, if I was beginning, right, I would get that bag just a little bit further out, so I'm swinging out towards that outside, right, in to out, like we're talking about, right? And I would get here, and then, and we don't want to kill the back, okay? We just want to get a feel for the forearms rotating through, toe getting in there, and then we're going to be able to control that face a lot better, right? Instead of just kind of coming in here like this, okay?
Gotcha.
Another thing that we talked about very briefly was ball position, right?
Right.
Right. So with the 9-iron pitching wedge, going to be played just up of the sternum.
Okay.
Right. Everything else is going to be played further up. Okay. Remember, the more the ball's back, the more I have to go back to go get it. Right. Easier to get stuck. Easier to hit it out to the right. Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure you're playing that ball. Usually, what I kind of tell people is a little bit more uncomfortably up than what they're used to, and that way I can get my momentum going down the target line and chase that ball down the fairway instead of getting back here where I have to.
Yeah, and then you hit it with the face open.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Now the other thing, right, as we said, ball position, we get something like
We
this
get one of those too, yeah.
to kind of help us out, right, to kind of give us some good visuals to begin with. And then, once we do that, get our alignment rods, right, create a T-square, okay, which I think you're already kind of doing, right? But you've got these, if you've got these alignment rods, you'll see that they've got these nice little markers indicated right here. Just find a spot in that black one right there. And usually this is going to indicate, you know, every 3 clubs or 2 clubs where that ball is going to go.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
a little bit?
yeah.
So it gives us a visual, right? So this would kind of be more where the 9-iron would be in pitching wedge, 8, 6, and 5. And then once we start getting on up over here, we start talking about hybrids and drivers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions?
Nope, just
Okay.
plenty to practice.
Correct, a lot to work on, but the big thing, if anything, for today's session, take away the grip. Okay, that's
Yeah.
going to be the key for what we're working on right there.
Yeah,
okay?
it's for everything, so.
Absolutely, it's the only thing that connects us to the ball through the glove, right? So making sure that that left hand's more on top, right? Controlling it with the fingers is going to give us a lot more control with the face than anything. Okay, so if we take anything away today, that's the one thing I want us to take away.
I got you.
Okay, everything else we can keep building on, right? But that's key right there. If you can feel that where that club needs to be, that's a big start for us.
Okay.
Okay, Travis, any other questions?
No, man, sounds good. I got a lot to
Okay.
practice.
You do, but I'll send you out the video. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay.
And I'll see you in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I'll probably 2 weeks.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Tim.
All right, tell Jim I said hi.
I will.